Hi YouTube, it's Alyssa again. Today I'm not going to be singing. Today I'm actually going to be doing, this is the first of a little series I'm doing, just taking care of your hair. I realize us as black women, we like to run to the weaves and all that stuff, and we don't really realize that our hair is very healthy and very delicate. We don't take good care of it. So, today I actually did my hair, so I'm going to walk you through a little bit of that process. And I'm going to show you how to flat iron hair properly. This is the best way that, I flat iron my hair. This is how I do it. I mean, people do it differently, but this I find is the best and the healthiest way to do it. Without braiding your hair or breaking the ends. And my ends are splitting. It's time for a trim. Just to talk about trimming real quick. When your hair is shorter, you need to get your hair trimmed more often. I've always had long hair, and I would trim my hair myself probably every 2 to 4 weeks. I think that's usually pretty good to just trim your ends, not to cut it or do anything drastic, but get a regular old-fashioned trim. When your hair is shorter, I would definitely say maybe every 2 weeks you probably should trim it up. Just because your hair is growing at a much faster rate, so it does split a lot easier and a lot quicker. Today I gave myself a touch up. I use the box perm. I'm a do-it-yourself type of person. I tried a different one. Normally I use olive oil conditioner. It comes in a green box, and yeah, I like them, but since I cut my hair, I wanted to try something a little different that may be better formulated, so I used Africa's Best Box Perm. It was good. So I permed it with the relaxer in. When you relax your hair, you can't let it sit in there for too long, so make sure you pay attention to the times and try not to go back over, previously relaxed hair. Like, I just did a touch up, so I just got my new growth. After I did that, you wash it out. I did a leave-in conditioner. I used the Africa's Best leave-in conditioner. It's very, let's see if I can dig it out. Well, I just dropped it, but it's it comes with the box perm. It's rinse out or leave-in. I used it as a deep conditioner, so I left it in my hair for about 20 to 30 minutes. Rinsed it out, and then when I got out the shower, I towel dried my hair, and then I applied about a quarter size. You don't need a whole lot, just about a quarter size into your wet hair, and use a paddle brush, which I think every woman should have. I like the one with these types of bristles. It's soft. You can see it. There you go. Yeah, it's softer. You hear that, the air coming out. And I find that when I do my hair, it doesn't pull out as much as like a booger bristle brush. I used I forget what it's called, but it starts with a D. You get that close. You see it has like 3 prongs, 3 different sizes. That's perfect for, helping to detangle your hair. And I also use a detangling comb. You can find these at Walmart. They're pretty cheap. I think I paid maybe $1.99 for this one, and I've had it for quite a while. It's very good, and you can see you just literally just comb right through your hair. This part I just took out of a braid, so yeah, combs right through your hair, and it's perfect for detangling. It's ideal. Go ahead and brush that one back. So yeah, that's just kind of that process. Now after I got out the shower, like I said, I deep conditioned it, and then I used a little bit of olive oil, moisturizing hair lotion, and I swear by this stuff. I use it for everything. I use it when I blow dry my hair. I use it when I flat iron my hair. I'll show you how I use it to flat iron. I'm going to do this little part here. I applied about a dime size amount of that. And then I blow dried my hair from the back to the front. I didn't use a comb. I don't use attachments, but I did use the powder brush. It does help to keep your hair straight, and it helps in the detangling process. You see me looking down. I'm looking at myself. The camera is up here. I'm on my laptop. So now I after I blow dry it, I decided it's time to flat iron. What I normally do, I part my hair into 4 sections from crown to the nape of my neck, and then from ear to ear, and I braid it off. You know, it doesn't have to be a perfect braid. You could twist it if you have like clips. Claw clips are good. Duckbill clips are good. If you have really short hair, you can use some of these little clippy thingies. They're fine. But yeah, so you section off your hair, and I'm gonna be looking over here at my mirror. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how I flat iron my hair, and I'll probably style it a little differently so you can see, you know, just to get a general idea. It's nothing fancy. It's something easy that anybody can do. You can do it at home. If you're out, you can do it. It's really quick, really easy. First and foremost, you make sure your hair is detangled because you don't want any tangles in it. As far as my tools are concerned, I'm using a regular old flat iron. It's an Andes multi-heat ceramic iron. My iron goes up to 20. I put it somewhere between 15 and 20 because I have thick hair. So I use, yeah, it's like 17, 18 is perfect heat for you, because you don't want to go through your hair too much with the flat iron. You want to get it once, maybe twice if you have to. I use the olive oil. What I do is I just put like a drop on the counter or on the table. Right now I'm at my computer desk, so I'm not going to put it there. Or I just stick it on the back of your hand, like so. And you're going to take, first you're going to detangle your hair. So go ahead and comb through it, you know, as best you can. You know, mine is relatively detangled because I comb through it a lot. You're going to make your part. You want to take just enough hair. You don't want to take too much, because then you may have to go over it, you know, 2 and 3 and 4 times to get it to your desired level of straightness. I'm just going to use a clip because it's just this little section that I have left. So yeah, once you have a section off, you're going to take a little bit, if you see how much I use, just a little bit of your olive oil or your coconut oil or whatever you use to flat iron your hair. If you use Blue Magic, which I do use, you use very little of that because the heat will melt the pressing oil and it'll drip all over you and burn you. Then you want to use your comb and kind of comb the oil through. I usually take a little bit more and put on my ends because that's where I find my hair dries out the most. This is the style that'll last for however long you can keep it. You know, I usually keep mine for a week and then I might restyle it or do it some other kind of way. You're gonna get close to the root, but since I just relaxed my hair, I don't have to get too close. Just close enough. When I flat iron my hair, I put a little curl in it. I don't know if you can see it. This just keeps it to last longer, like I said, because eventually the curl will drop. It'll be much straighter, but it'll still maintain the same shape. I'm big on shape. I feel like when you do your hair, you should focus on the shape that you do it, because curls drop. You see it's looking kind of crazy right here because of how I curled it. But yeah, like I said, I'll style it again for you at the end. And you're just going to keep on doing that, like so. For this little section, it really only takes me like 2 or 3 minutes. In my next video, I'll show you how to style, you know, your hair once you have it flat ironed. You know, you can do a lot of different things and use a lot of accessories. You know, I already olive oil up my head, so if you see me skipping parts, that's why. Okay. Yeah, it's very important that you don't use too much heat in your hair. A whole lot of heat styling will make your hair break and dry out, and especially during the summertime, it's kind of pointless because you sweat.